Hi guys, and welcome to week 12 of Living with a Pacemaker. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. If you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, so you'll be notified anytime when I do any uploads for you guys, for your entertainment pleasure. Now I do apologise if I sound a bit croaky, or look a bit like a bag of rubbish. It's because honestly guys, that I was up late last night filming future episodes of my FIFA series, which will be uploaded probably later on or during this week, in fact, to this very channel on youtube.com. So if you haven't seen the first two episodes, please go check them out, because it's long-winded to play them, but I enjoy playing them. And obviously with this channel, like I said to you, I'll be bringing you more entities towards anything I like doing. And obviously at the moment I like collecting Blu-rays, and quite honestly I'm looking forward to building up my Blu-ray collection, and I spent quite a bit last week, but not as much as you think. But end of the day, I'm grateful for all the sellers that have picked these up off eBay. There is more coming soon, so I might obviously edit that at the end of this bit. I don't know, it just depends how things go with this part of the upload. Now, this seller, his name's Jason. Big shout out to Jason. Obviously I'll send him a link to this. He went above and beyond and wrapped it up in bubble wrap, wrapped it up in one of the thingies, parcel bags, and then bubble wrap, and then put this in there to make sure they got it here in one piece. And I can't thank him enough for this, because he went above and beyond on this. So I'll take the top one off, because obviously I put that on top. I didn't realise at first. But the first movies I picked up is obviously the Vacation collection with Chevy Chase. To be honest, I think on top of my head that I've never seen the fourth one, Vegas one. I need to get the newer one, but don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to watching these in Blu-ray quality. But guys, they could have at least made a better effort with the design on the box, but Warner Brothers with the old classic ones, I've noticed with likes of Nightmare on Elm Street, quite honestly, they really need to work on their artwork with the classic movies. It doesn't give it justice, but these are all-time classics. I'm looking forward to binge watch these, even though it's middle of February. I still watch the Christmas Vacation, but they really needed to work on the artwork. They didn't give them justice when they did them separately, but I feel like they should have done so much more with it. And it just baffles me when I'm looking at classic movies that I grew up watching, that paved the way for today's cinema and paved the ways for today's comedy, and you do not make an effort with the artwork. That's one of my pet peeves, but I'm not disrespecting the collection though, but seriously. But the weird thing is, you put the old classic ones on the back, you don't even do anything with the spines. So, but that's just my view. I've got Inception. I'm looking forward to watching this. I've not actually got around to watching this film with Leonardo DiCaprio in, because I used to work full time and I never had time to myself, but now I work part time at the moment, as you know full well, and I'm looking forward to watching this. Inception. another movie out of this seller. I'll leave a link in the description box to his store. He says when he comes back from holiday he's going to be listing a bit more. So I hope I don't get into any Blu-ray battles with you guys on bidding on eBay, quite honestly. But I was surprised how much I picked these up and how much he refunded me on postage. He's a true good seller, to be honest. He looks after the people that. But anyway, this is adding to my Rocky collection. I mentioned when I did the unboxing of that I was looking forward to adding Creed to it, and I finally got it in my hands. I've seen this movie. I think I borrowed it off Stephen Hollywood at one point. I could have been wrong. I could have watched it at a friend's house. I can't remember which. Yes, I do have friends beyond these four walls. Can you believe it? But what did I watch it? Did I rent this when it first came out? I can't remember. No, I went cinema. That's where I seen it. But love this movie. I'm looking forward to the second one. I'm the person that I was surprised they cast as Ivan Drago. I think I pronounced his name right. I do apologise. Dolph Lundgren's character, his son, is being played by Brock Lesnar. And I'm thinking, okay, how's this going to work? Because is he going to face Creed's son if he does? Because ain't there two different weight classes? Or I'm just wondering how they're going to draft him in. But yeah, anyway, I've got a feeling Sylvester Stallone dies in the next one. I could be wrong. You never know with films. You know, I'm just wondering how they'll write Brock Lesnar into it. Next one. This was picked up off a separate eBay seller. I wasn't planning to put that in the box, but I did, just to protect my Blu-rays. Voices. Not seen this Ryan Reynolds film yet, but I seen the trailer the other day and I thought, you know what, I'm going to snap this up. Now back to the real stuff. Maybe not. I'm so a professional at this. Another film I picked up is no other than Wolves of Wall Street. Love this movie. I've watched this cover to cover, and it's definitely inspired me a few times through. Oh, sneezes. Such a girly sneeze, not a man sneeze where it goes. But anyway, Wolves of Wall Street. Love this film. I've watched this since it came out. I've seen this about 10, maybe 12 times. Absolutely love this movie. Leonardo DiCaprio, I still think he's one of the better actors currently in Hollywood. You know, that's just my own prerogative, my own opinion. Anyway, back to this. Salah Jason is the Bourne movies. I've got the I've got the Bourne Identity, the Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, Bourne Legacy. I've not seen the Legacy one at all out of this box set. The other ones, love the movies. I'm looking forward to watching these in Blu-ray with mind-blowing sound. I've wanted these on Blu-ray since obviously the PlayStation 3 came out, I think it was. And then Fast and Furious 8, you're wondering where's the rest of them, but by the looks of it, they haven't come yet. So, stay tuned, probably later on this week, or the rate it's going to be in 2 parts. But, yeah. Fast and Furious 8, I'm glad I got this. I need to build up Dwayne Johnson's movie collection, because quite honestly, I had them on DVD up to... I didn't have actually that many, but I know it's hard to come by sometimes. But I'm looking forward to watching this one and the other ones. I love the Fast and Furious franchise. I'm a massive. If people want to know, I love um, cars in movies or bikes in movies, like transportation in movies. You know, Back to the Future franchise. Shoot, that hasn't come yet, but I've got more Blu-rays coming, guys. But anyway, that I've not seen this one. You know, I tried to watch Fast 7, but at least one thing with me, I'm gonna have a binge watch of all 8 movies. Another franchise that I love. My first ever movie franchise I ever loved, other than the International Lampoon's Vacation movies, is quite honestly the Fast and Furious franchise and Back to the Future franchise. And sick as it sounds, I did like those sort of movies. But I keep getting outbid massively on that. Nightmare on Elm Street, that's another one. But anyway, I'm going off topic. But another great box set here. It's got one of my favourite. To be honest, I wasn't that much of a fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger growing up as a kid. Because obviously, look, 18 certificate, what you expect. But I'm looking forward to building up my collection. I grew to like him in my later teen years, you know, because in my teen years, my first ever Arnold Schwarzenegger film was actually Terminator. To be honest, I love the Terminator franchise. That's another franchise I love. And honestly, guys, no bullshit towards you, that growing up watching Arnold Schwarzenegger, I wasn't a fan, but I grew to like him. My first ever film I ever watched it on VHS was The Terminator. And then I grew to like him from then. And then obviously I had all his films on VHS, had them on DVD at one point, and then obviously I was short on cash, traded them in for cash. You know, the whole story, but obviously I want to get my Arnold Schwarzenegger films on. What a great way to start is with one of my favourite Arnold Schwarzenegger films. It's cheesy and it's corny. It's obviously there's 3 films and obviously on this, but the top one I'm talking about in 2 is no other than Total Recall. I'm really looking forward to watching this, see if they've actually upscaled it. Oh yeah, another franchise I loved, obviously you've seen the unboxings, obviously the Robocop. I love that. You know, I've not actually seen the series in some time, and obviously I was outbid on eBay recently, which kind of sucks. It went for, I think it was £5. I think it's a rare pickup if I did ever get it. But anyway, I love Total Recall. I've not watched Raw Deal and Red Heat probably since at least 20 years ago, maybe. I could be wrong, but anyway, I'm looking forward to watching that. And the thing is, I've not actually watched the remake, so I can't judge about remakes or sequels or whatever. But when they make a really good movie, feel good movie, you know, I used to slap Total Recall on just to cheer me up. You know, I did have it on VHS, etc. But fantastic movie. And the other Bourne film in the box set. So I've completed all the Bourne films to date. If there's any more coming out, I don't know of. I'm looking forward to watching this one. This has only recently came out within the past 3-4 years, and I'm not gonna get every film out, but I mean, like, out the slipcover. But I'm looking forward to watching this one. I haven't got a clue if it's a prequel or after the other Matt Damon ones, but I'm really, really looking forward to watching this again. Another one I picked up from the same seller is no other than Now you can see me. No, you don't. Now you see me. Don't know what's happened to my humour. It's gone really stale, I know. But seeing this one, I need to watch it again. Tried to get it off the same seller, the second one, but someone beat me to it. But at some point, I will be getting the sequel. The films I love, the cast in this. It's amazing how Elsa Fish has grown since obviously the days of Home and Away. Woody Harrelson, fantastic film. I can never pronounce his name. One of the main cast members. He was in the Social Book, the Social Network movie, not Social Book. I was thinking of Facebook at the same time, but it's based on obviously on that. I think he's a highly underrated actor. Michael Caine's in this, fantastic actor once again. Morgan Freeman, he's in everything. I would never keep up with his collection. I'll probably get this one, and then he's probably got 10 more movies. Probably. I'm surprised he's not done any adverts. Yes, I know he was a sound alike here in the commercials here in the United Kingdom, but that's beside the point. You know, it's just a fantastic movie. You know, I was just blown away with it. You know, and that's why I picked it up. Now, Looper. Now, I know this was originally on BBC. I didn't watch it on BBC. I watched this. I think I went to cinema to watch this. I recall on top of my head. But hooray! A different design on a slipcover. The hologram effect. Great movie. Great Bruce Willis. Back to one of his bests. Obviously, his best ever movie franchise he's ever done. And another franchise I forgot to mention is the Die Hard franchise. You know. But I thought it was more. I've noticed now when they bring back franchises, they make it more human based than the actual originals. Even though sometimes nostalgia reasons, they do actually bring it back some way or form in a different light. But yeah, Looper. I love the hologram effect on that. The next one is Unbroken. Fantastic movie, very in depth. I seen this. I think I went to cinema to watch this. Yeah, I did. Went to cinema to watch this. As of late, I don't go to the cinema or pictures or movies, whatever you want to class it as. I don't go as of late because it's very expensive nowadays compared to how it used to be. I don't fancy. The last movie that I went to see at cinemas was Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I was blown away with that, granted. Oh, if only my wall behind this camera had a projector on it. And the sound quality of this. Wow. Might get a projector. No, they're too expensive. Or people will probably correct me in the comments and go, oh, they're not too expensive. But anyway, great movie. Great true story. Any genre towards true stories, if it grips me by the trailer, I will watch it. Simple. If it doesn't grip me by the trailer, I'll turn a blind eye to it. You know. Speaking of recent trailers, I might actually give Overboard the remake when it comes out. You know. So I might give that a watch. Let me just repackage everything into this box. I'll be back in a sec. Yep, everything's packed in that lovely little box. Perfectly. Anyway, on to the next seller. This guy went above and beyond, got a bigger box than that one. Seriously, guys, look. Really? You're gonna send me in that? Okay, you went above and beyond. No wonder why it was more on the postage. But I managed to get off this seller, pretty much like action movies, etc., into this. One film that I wanted to watch for a while is Ant-Man. If I remember rightly, this sequel comes out this year, so I'm looking forward to watching that. I've got, obviously I don't need the cover slip on this. I will be taking these out and keeping them out, because shoot me, I know you're going to shoot me for it, but there's no point keeping that one. It will hog up space on my shelf unit when I get it. I'm hoping to get a new shelf unit within 4 weeks. No matter, I won't. Obviously, it's the Transformers 1 and 2. These are 2-disc edition ones. So you got the DVDs. You got, I think they're double play, but I'm looking forward to watching the Transformer franchise in Blu-ray quality. Next one, Dark of the Moon. Really looking forward to watching this again. Do I need to talk about how much I like the Transformers franchise, which I forgot to mention? I even like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise. Shoot me down, why don't you? I've got the 4th movie. I'm looking forward to watching this. Avengers Assemble. Now, I tried to watch this numerous of times, but people keep interrupting me when I'm trying to watch this, so I've not got around to watching this one yet. I love my comic book movies, but the only problem with the comic book movies is I don't like the animated movies. You know, that sounds a bit hypocritical, don't it? But that's just my own opinion. And I've started where I first watched the franchise. It wasn't the Terminator. I first fell in love with the Terminator franchise when it was the Terminator 2 Judgment Day. But this one is the Skynet edition, so what do you get? Anything extra? At least one thing. Sometimes they do put disc art on, which is fantastic. And when they don't, they're just pure lasers. But that looks packed solid. I've seen great reviews of the upscale of this, you know, but I'm really looking forward to watching it. You know. And that's it for the pickups today. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, as always. Like I said, I'm looking forward to building up my Blu-ray movie collection with you guys, obviously watching along anytime I do pick up any Blu-rays. But one thing I want to actually say to you guys, thank you ever so much for supporting me through my recovery and everything. And obviously you can interact with me on my social media outlets down below. Even though my Facebook page is to do with my podcasts or with my other passion, obviously the stuff that I've moved to Daily Motion and obviously towards my podcast, but you still can like the page. It's down below, please do. And obviously you see updates on this, and obviously hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, so you can actually be updated anytime when I do any uploads for you guys. And quite honestly, if it weren't for you guys, I would not be making content. Even if one person tunes in, I'm really happy. But it blows me away, it really does, with the support you guys keep giving me through everything. And obviously interact with me on Twitter, you're more than welcome to. My Facebook page, you're more than welcome to. If you're into me, other passion that I'm into, support it, you know, because I'm hoping to be bringing you like movie vlogs this year. You know, the first time ever on YouTube you'll see movie theme vlogs. I'm hoping to meet Freddy Krueger at Collectomania. I'm I might meet Danny Glover because obviously I've got the Lethal Weapon box set, as you noticed. Um, I'm a proper nostalgia person, because I was brought up in the 80s and 90s, and I love those movies. It seems like nowadays, no disrespect to anyone's opinion on this, you probably agree with me, and I think they focus more on the. If don't get me wrong, there's decent storylines in movies nowadays, but I think they focus more on special effects than the movie than themselves. Even though I get gripped into a movie trailer, I'll actually watch it, but I still think all-time favorite genre of movies, like not the genre like saying action movies or anything like that. I'm just saying in general as a movie buff that I would actually say the 80s and late 70s may be the best era of movies. Even the 90s, give or take, on some of the genres, I think there was actually focusing more on the story than the special effects, and that's just my honest opinion towards the movies the way you look nowadays. Even though I do like watching movies nowadays, it's just like at least once a year you'll probably get a remake or some way or form like that. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind remakes if it's good, but if it's not good as the original. And people like said, oh, bad reviews about Transformers 5. Now, obviously, Bumblebee's out later on this year. I'm looking forward to watching that. That's with John Cena, and see how he pans out to be in the franchise. Very hush hush on the casting on that. I'm looking forward to watching Goosebumps 2. Film I loved that came out last year. I watched it only recently. Is Jumanji. I'll pick that probably up on Blu-ray towards my Dwayne Johnson collection. I would actually say Dwayne Johnson's really come on leaps and bounds since he's been leaving, even though he came back to wrestling as a short stint. But I'm saying that with him in the movie industry now, I think he is big as probably you look back on this and you'll probably agree or don't agree that it'd probably be big as if not bigger than Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, etc. Because obviously I was grew up on that, but if the kids this generation will look back and compare, and then they will actually say the same thing. Now, that's just my only opinion. I think he's a fantastic actor. I've liked him when he was in wrestling because of his on-screen charisma. But what I'm saying to you guys is that there's plenty of good films out coming out this year. I've only mentioned one, but there's a plethora of movies coming out this year, and I'm always looking back at the old classics, see if they've actually been transferred to Blu-ray, if they've actually buffed it up, made it look good, quite honestly, and I'm hoping it gives it justice with the old classics that I was grew up watching, and I'm just blown away with movies nowadays. I have those moments, when it's winter and there's nothing. And to be honest, I don't put TV on that much. Normal TV. I'm either watching YouTube creators' videos or watching a movie or playing on my PlayStation 4. Nothing on TV that's entertaining wise unless there's a movie that I really want to watch that I've not watched. And one thing I don't like is when they put a movie that I want to watch on a day that I'm working, or they put it on a channel that has adverts. I have to watch that movie cover to cover, hands down, because it just frustrates me because when you have those commercial ad breaks throughout the movie, and it just makes the movie longer, and not only that, I can't see the point in watching it. If I really like it, I'll end up picking it up on Blu-ray nowadays. And that's a fact. anyone that knows me, and that obviously you've seen today, I picked some nostalgia movies. And that's about it really on this upload for you guys on week 12. Thank you ever so much for tuning in again. What I've got to say is to you guys, thank you ever so much for supporting. Obviously, by the looks of it now, I'm going to be later on in the week bringing you another unboxing, etc. like that. But until then, I'll catch you guys soon for another edition right here, exclusively on Galvanox's YouTube channel. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and I'll catch you guys soon.